Hello and welcome to another adventure with Leo's Fishing Tales. Today's fishing tale, we'll be doing some crappie fishing and a catch and cook. We'll be fishing at Silver Cove RV Resort along the canal banks of Silver Lake. So sit right back and enjoy another adventure with Leo's Fishing Tales.
What's up? Good morning. We're here and we're just about to go and set up and we're gonna go fishing. This is a new spot that my dad found, and so we'll go see if we can catch some fish.
To start this fishing tale off right, we ended up getting one of the best spots to fish from on the bank. So here, as we were setting up, I figured I'd go ahead and grab one of the rods and go ahead and explain to the girls exactly what and how we were fishing, because this was the first time they were actually coming out to fish for crappie. And I was trying to explain to them that they have to watch out for these lily pads in front of us because you can get caught up in it or you can lose a fish. But before I can even go any further, bobber went down, had a fish on. So here it is, first cast. I mean, just minutes after being there, throwing the rod out. And look, this wasn't the fish we were going for, but ended up catching a nice perch. Let this perch go because I knew we'd be catching quite a bit more fish that day, so we could be more selective. Here they're laughing because they hadn't even cast their poles out yet and still got them in hand, and I had already gotten the first fish. So here my daughter even was laughing, and we were laughing at Brittany because she was so cold, and here she's trying to warm up because of the cold weather. Caught another crappie. So this is the first crappie I caught, and here I'm showing you my measuring device that I made that makes it easy just to drop the fish in it, measure it out. That way we're sure if we're going to meet the Washington regulations, which is 9 inches, and that one was too small, so that one got to live to grow and become bigger, so I let it go. So this one, as you can tell, I looking at it, I already knew it was legal, but just to be safe, we always take our fish off, throw it in the container, and measure it out to make sure that they are legal before we put them in our catch bucket. That one was a keeper. Here, Brittany caught her first fish, and she's taking a picture of her first fish on her line as she is reeling it in. She kind of didn't want to touch the fish wearing her gloves because she was so cold. So I did her a favor and was taking her fish off me and Kawehi and putting it in the bucket. We had an awesome day fishing with my daughter Kawehi and her friend Brittany here. Special shout out thanks to my daughter Kawehi for doing a lot of videos and pictures for this adventure. The day did get nice, so take a look and watch this video and see how nice it got. Okay, now comes the best part on my catch and cook videos, is the cooking part. So I've already prepared some of it, but basically I just want to show you real quick on how I like to prepare my crappie. So first I'll scale it, you know, and then I'll scale all of them one time so it makes it easier on the cleaning process. And then all you do is simply come in here, and what we're going to do is take a sharp knife, and then there's like meat all up here, so we want to save that meat. So right here under the gill plate, we're going to cut at an angle and just get that meat, curve it down. So cut right across, and then do it on the other side. Cut right up to the top part. Cut the head. Sever it right here at the bottom. And then watch how simple this is. Because then all you do is you take and you just pull all the guts out one time. Nice and clean. Throw it in your scraps bag. You do, like for me, I like to use that for like going and catching either crayfish or maybe throwing them in my crab traps when I go crabbing. So perfectly, look at that, nice and clean. So the only other thing to do is we score the meat. So this allows it to cook deep inside and get nice and crispy. But also I like to soak the crappie in some seasoned water for about an hour. That way the flavor gets into the fish, and that's all we do as far as cleaning for prepping the fish. And I'll go and finish cleaning up the rest of this fish, and then I'll show you the finished product as we deep fry them and how they look after we come out of the deep fryer. Now that I've cut and cleaned up all the crappie, now what I've done is after I scored them, like I said, I'll put them in a pot of cold water, add some seasoning to the water, and let them soak for about an hour. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and go to the next step where I show you as I deep fry them. Okay, now we let the fish go ahead and soak for a little while. We drained it out. We've heated our oil between 360 and 375 because we want to put just a couple fish in at a time, so that way the oil keeps its temperature, so that way it can start cooking the fish and cook it all the way through and make it, like I said, I'm not going to take them out early where the meat's still soft. We want it nice and crunchy because that's the way we like to eat our fish. So let's go ahead and throw some fish in. Get it started. Shake it out. Put about 3 in there in our deep fryer. Let them shake it, make sure they don't stick together and put to the basket. So this time when we went fishing, it was really fun, but a couple weeks ago, man, I'll tell you that when I went with my friend John and we were fishing, it's like every cast, as soon as that bobber hit that water, it was going under, and we were catching fish left and right. Bluegill, crappie, perch. I mean, in the couple hours that we were there, probably caught maybe, I'd say close to over 300 fish each. Yeah, it was so much fun that day. It was a little overcast, so this last time when we went, the sun was out, but it was still cold. So it's been cold the past couple days, so that might have affected where the fish were at. So, and plus there've been quite a bit of people there fishing. So, but like I said, how we don't batter it, you know. We don't sit there and pick the meat off of the, and fight through the bones. We like to just fry ours up nice and crisp, make some spicy vinegar with garlic and pepper, and then we just eat that, and we eat our fish with rice. So that's Asian style. So, but like I said, we like to eat our fish nice and crisp. The only thing pretty much is just the top fins. The base of the fins and the main spine bone is the only thing we're not going to eat. So, yeah, it's really good, tasty. And like I said, that's why I soak it in the seasoned water, so that way the flavor goes into the meat. And then you see with the scores in the fish, you can see the oil going down into the fish, so it's starting to make it nice and crisp. So we'll just turn them over, Do it a couple times. Like I said, we'll cook them. Like I said, I'm cooking mine so they're nice and super, super crispy. And that's the way we like. I'm not going to bore you by sitting here letting you watch them deep fry, but what I'm going to do is after I've deep fried them all, I'll go ahead and show you the results and kind of show you how we like to eat them. So see you at the dinner table. So while I'm still cooking, what I wanted to do is before I show you the finished products at the table when we go to eat, let me go ahead and show you what I mean as far as what they look like up close. So as you can see, look, you see that the scores, the oil's gone down in it on the whole cavity, so these fish are nice and crisp. And this is the way we like our fish, just like this. And you just eat them, just bite off the fin tips and just eat it all, the whole fish. That dipped in some nice sauce, whatever dipping sauce you like, or just eating it plain. This is the way we like it. So like I said, I'll show you the end product when we're ready to eat and have you at the dinner table with us. Thank you for coming along on another adventure of Leo's Fishing Tales, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, click on that like button and click that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and hopefully you'll subscribe and follow us along as we take more adventures out here in the Great Northwest. So hit that notification button too. That way when we do produce another video, that you'll know and can come along and watch and enjoy another adventure of Leo's Fishing Tales.